All right. Hey guys, we are here today with a run through of my stash. This is, you would have seen my fully kitted project stash by now, and this is the one that is in the process of being kitted. So there's approximately 50 to 60 patterns in here. More if you count these ones as separate patterns, which I'm not really. If they're in a bundle of 4s, I'm just classing them as one. So I'll just when I go to stitch them, I'll basically just shoebox them, which means that you just keep you don't actually class it as finished until you've done all in the series, which is what I'm basically doing with A Year in the Woods as well. So it's just like you just keep pulling like you would, or tissue boxing, or whatever you want to call it. You just keep pulling out until you get to the last one and finish it. Anyway, these are the ones that I am in the process of kitting. As you can see, I do have some coloured fabrics in here. These ones are the ones that I got from Paddock Lane Designs. So, and these ones I bought from Thread Pickers a couple of years ago, it would be now. So they're just some ones that I've got in there. All right, so let's just have a look what I've got in this container here. So we have trying to figure out, I might just move these up a little bit. All right, so we've got a Happy Mood Point. This is a sample of butterflies. Obviously this is from Etsy. It is a store on Etsy, obviously. Was called Happy Mood Point. I think they're called something else now. I can't remember what the actual name of the place, of the store, what they've changed to. So this is, and actually this one would probably look really good on one of these fabrics in just a monochrome, or in one of my silks for you, or something like that. So, and then we have this one, also a Happy Mood Point. It's just sampler SS 182. So I was considering doing this one all in metallics as well, but I don't think I'm going to do that one. I am kind of regretting doing my Happy Mood Point one that I'm on at the moment. I'm kind of regretting doing it in Petite Treasure Braid, but I've started it. I'm a decent way through it with the Petite Treasure Braid, so I'll continue on. Then we have this one, which is a sampler Quaker Tree, also by Happy Mood Point. This one would also look good on one of these coloured fabrics in just a, oh, I wonder if I do it in this green. Do it in that, on that green with a like a darker green. Do the brown for the trunk, and then do all these, trying to hold that straight, do all these motifs in different shades of green. Might actually consider that one. All right, so, and that is, oh, I've got another thing of advent calendar, and just, that's just a wolf pattern from, which was a freebie on Facebook from Avisa Cross Stitch Patterns, which is a group on Facebook. All right. This one should actually be in my kitted pile because it is or in my kitted box, because it is actually a full kit. That's the one that I bought from Etsy, which is your pre-printed crewel fabric. So I might throw that over there, and I will put that into my kitted one. Alright, what have I got here? Got so many in here that I haven't even... Let me just keep going with these ones, so then I can put them in that container, because I haven't even got fabric or anything for these. I've just got the charts. So we have the Australian flag. It is by, the chart is by Vivian Powers, which is Vistas cross stitch design on Etsy. There is all the there is a lot of the flags that she's got on there. This is the Australian one. I am also going to get the Aboriginal flag. You can't have the Australian flag without having the Aboriginal flag with it. So I don't know if I will... They are pretty big, so I don't know if I'll do them on one piece of fabric side by side or one on top of the other, but how do you do that? The Aboriginals were here first, so do I put the Aboriginal flag first and then the Australian flag? I don't know. I think I'll just do them on separate pieces, and then I can display them however I like. Then we have this one, which is Big Cats. The artwork is by Jerry LaFaro, and it is by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is the free pattern on the Heaven and Earth Designs Facebook group from last year, I think it was. No, it says 14th of 12th, 2022. Is that it? Anyway, so this is, that might have been when she, I think this was last year's, but it was a free pattern for a limited time. So I snatched that one up. Then we have Minnie the Witch's Apprentice, which is, can't really see it real well because the printout's not exactly, printout's a little bit darker than what it should be, but this is Minnie the Witch's Apprentice. Artwork is by Lisa Parker, and it is also a Heaven and Earth Designs. I love this. I have gone and written the fabric sizes on the back, both in 16 and 18 count. So when I get around to cutting up some fabric, which I probably will shortly, I think I have about 6 or 8 meters of 18 count fabric that I can start cutting up. So I think I'll do that and see then if I have to order more. Okay, this one is Mini Wild Tigers. Artwork is by Carol Cavalaris, and it is a Heaven and Earth Designs. It is, again, a gorgeous picture. Absolutely love it. Only very little, 256 by 325, so it won't be huge. Then we have Animal Totem by Ciro Marchetti, and it is also a Heaven and Earth Designs. I've had this one in my pile or in my stash for quite a while. This is just the regular version of it. So it's still pretty big. It's 700 by 500 stitches, but I absolutely love this. I'm pretty sure that Darren has this one as well. I'm not sure if he started it. I also know that, what's her name? Can't remember her name. Anyway, there is another Flosstuber that's doing this. Let me just have a quick look. But yeah, this one is absolutely gorgeous. I seen Darren with it, and then I was like, yes, I definitely need to go and get that one. But I have had this one in my stash for quite a while as well. So let me have a look. What is her name? As soon as I see her name, I will remember it. But of course, right now, I can't bloody well remember it. So let me check here. I can't even think of her actual name. Because I think she ended up changing her name too. Kim Hollenbach. I'm sure she was under her name, her YouTube name was something else. But Kim is also doing this. I think Kim might be doing this Max Color one. Not sure, but I love it. Then we have Wicasa by Laurie Prindle, and it is also a Heaven and Earth Designs. I waited for years and years for this one to be charted in a mini because I was not paying the fee for it to be a mini. But someone else, I was hoping that someone else would want it in a mini, but they didn't. So I just went and bought it as a regular size pattern. Then we have this one. It is called Boho Chestnut Beauty. It is by Cross Stitch for Everyone, and I actually think this one was created by Missy herself using not AI. This was before AI became a big thing in charting, creating patterns. It was like clip art and stuff like that. So yeah, that is that one. Then we also have by Cross Stitch for Everyone, the Gypsy Trail. Absolutely love this one. It's so nice. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could crop a fair bit of that out and crop just to the back of the a wagon there and take, I don't know, probably 20 or 30 stitches off the bottom and 10 stitches off the side. But yeah, that one is gorgeous. Then we have The Perfect Ride, also by Cross Stitch for Everyone. Don't mind the wonky printing down here. I was having issues with my printer. We had a few words and I was ready to throw the flippin' thing over the back veranda because it just was not working and printing properly. So yeah, I was kind of cranky. And the partner was absolutely just cracking up at me because I could not get this printer to work and print properly. Turned out that my printer does not like refilled cartridges, so I was being a cheapskate, thought that I would get out of buying cartridges and thought that I'd refill them because it was cheaper, and yeah, my printer does not like refilled cartridges, so I do have to spend the money and buy new cartridges every time. But yeah, this one is gorgeous. I love this one because it reminds me of my stallion. Nearly the same color, same sort of look. It's just, yeah, love it. Then we have this one, Moroccan Lanterns. It is also a chart by Vivian Powers, which is Vistas on Etsy. Now, this one is done on a grey is stitched on a grey fabric, but I went and bought 18 count black fabric. So what I am going to do is I'm going to stitch it on the black fabric, but you may be thinking, hang on, this, like the black outline of the lanterns, is going to not show up on the black fabric. So I am going to do, where it's black, I'm going to do it in a dark grey. So like 318 or something, one of those colours that's still dark enough but not too dark that it won't blend in. So I'm pretty sure 317's too light. I think it'd have to be 318 or 415, one of those colours around that sort of, that area. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll stitch it on the black fabric, and yeah, where it's black, I'll do it in a nice dark grey. Alright, so moving right on. This one I got, these ones I got from Etsy. 2x2 stitch art. They have a round version of these ones as well. I know that Alara has these ones. And I am doing them, yeah, they're all separate pieces. I did consider doing them all on one piece of fabric, but I had enough smaller pieces of fabric to just have them all separately, and then I can just display them however I like. But yeah, they're from 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy. Next one are these ones. So these ones are also from Etsy, from a store called Goffin Design. Now, there is 4 of these as well. So you got spring, summer that side, autumn, winter that side. They're just cute little seasonal stitch pieces that I'm pretty sure the fabric is, yeah, I measured it, it's all just one piece. So that's the size of the fabric. So I'm just going to do them obviously down like that, and then I can just frame them however I like as one piece. So that's that one. And then also from the same designer, Goffin Design, these ones. Now I am going to stitch them like that. Maybe not exactly in that order. I'll probably go spring, summer, autumn, winter. But I am going to stitch them as you see them there. So they're only thin, but they're tall. And then also from the same designer is these ones. They are postage stamps. They are also a spring, a seasonal, I should say. Seasonal, I don't even know what word I was going to use. So there's summer and spring, and then you've got winter and autumn. They are very cute, and I don't know what this flippin' tablet's doing. It keeps zooming in and out, trying to focus, I think. So yeah, they're super cute. They're super small. These ones, I think I measured it that I'm going to do them. I think I'm going to do spring, summer up the top, autumn, winter down the bottom. So as a 4. All right, then we have this one called Autumn Blessings. It is a Shannon Christine Designs. It's I have seen I've seen this for years. I have had it in my wish list for years and years and years. Absolutely love it. I love sunflowers. I know there's just something about sunflowers, and lately I've found myself being drawn more and more towards the sunflowers designs. So yeah, I will probably, it is just white fabric that I've got in there at the moment, but I will probably dye the fabric in either a light khaki color, or maybe just like a light camel or tan color. Just so the teals and the yellows pop. Alright, what have we got in here? Doreen Jones, 2 Wolves. Now, I haven't got the actual cover photos in here because they are here, because it is just a couple of small patterns that came out of a magazine that Judy, a Kiwi in an Aussie world, no, an Aussie in a Kiwi world. Oh my God, I got that around the completely wrong way. Sorry, Judy. So yeah, Judy sent these over to me. They were out of a magazine. She knows how much I love wolves, and they're a Doreen Jones. But I haven't got a cover photo in there because the pattern is actually on, well, one of the patterns is actually on the back. But I don't know if I want to stitch them separately like that, so I can actually frame them separately, or if I want to stitch them one on top of the other. I just don't know. I'm leaning more towards stitching them separately. I know, as you can see, they will join up, conjoin if you really want them to. So I don't know, can I get a frame that's going to be that size? Let me just have a look off camera what size they reckon that they're going to be. They're only 80 by 80 wide, like 80 by 80. So they're only tiny. 14. But I don't know if that'd only be for one. So for the two together, they'd be like 10, 11 and a half inches. So it'd be like 11.5 by 11.5 inches. So I'll see what spare fabric I've got, and then I will decide whether I want to frame them together or do them together or separately. So I'm actually going to throw that over there so I can cut some fabric for it. All right, next one we have is these. They're called Native Spirit. They're just a heap of little, like little ornament type of things. I bought this, I found this on, is it Etsy, eBay, Amazon, or one of those places. I found this when I was looking for a couple of other patterns, older dimensions patterns. So I don't know whether I will ever get around to actually stitching any of these, because I think, see those marks there? I think they're the actual size of the pieces. So they're only tiny. Most of them are only like maybe 20 by 20 stitches. But yeah, I'll decide if I ever want to get around to stitching those. All right, then we have Wolf Silhouette. There is two of these. They are from Etsy 2x2 Stitch Art. So there is that one, and there is that one. And I'm pretty sure I have the floss for these. I'm going to have to go through my stash of floss and see if I've actually got the colours. No fabric for those, so I'll throw them over there and see if I've got a couple of little spare bits. Then we have 3 Grey Wolves. It is also a dimensions kit, an old dimensions kit. But I became obsessed with tracking down all the, well, it's not a kit, it's an actual chart. So I became obsessed with tracking all these charts down. And I mean, on 18 count, it's only 7 inches by like 12 inches is the stitched. So it's not very big at all. So that one can go over there, and I'll see if I've got fabric for it. Then we have Guardian Spirit. It's also another old dimensions chart. As I said, I became obsessed with tracking down all these old charts. Absolutely love them. And as you all know, I've got Oh Great Spirit, which Judy gave kindly gave to me. So all of these, I think, are around about the same size. So I'm going to get them all done, framed, and probably display them all together. And again, this one's only like 8.5 inches by 10.5 inches once it's completed. That can go over there. And we have this one called Walk Softly. And it says, let us walk softly on this earth with all living beings, great and small, remembering as we go that one God, kind and wise, created all. What more can I say? It is, and that one's going to be 10 inches by 8 inches. So, and these are all done by, I'm pretty sure all of them are Linda K. Powell, the designer of these. I can go over there. All these are going over there so I can see if I've got fabric big enough or small enough. And then I found this one on Etsy. It has the same saying as that one over there. And this is a Charts and Charms, and it's called Gentle Wisdom by Dimensions. So it has all the charms in there. It is only 11 by 16 inches, but I don't know what they've done that on. 14 count from the looks of it. So, yeah, I'll figure out the fabric for that one. Then, of course, we have this one, Southwest Charm. Absolutely love this one. It's, I don't know, it's just something about it. And this one is only 10 by 16 inches once it's completed. So, yeah, all of these will be eventually done, I hope. All right, so we start getting into a lot of the full coverage ones. I did have all these in alphabetical order, but I really don't care anymore, so I'm not going to bother with the alphabetical order. This one is called American Legend. It is designed by Cross Stitch for Everyone. It has the fabric. Artwork is by Monty Michael Moore. I already wrote that one. Only thing I found with Missy's patterns is, unlike a lot of the other designers, that's her cover photo. And there's no other information on it. There's no size, stitch count, artist or anything like that on it, so it can get a little difficult. You have to keep going back and looking for the information. Then we have Autumn Wolf Family. Artwork is by Jan Patrick Krasny, and it is charted by Charting Creations. That one has no fabric because it's going to be huge. 18 count. It is going to be 67 centimeters by nearly 50 centimeters. So that is going to be pretty big. As I said, I do have over 6 or 8 meters of 18 count, but I might get all the smaller ones, all the fabric for the smaller ones done, and then I can start getting the fabric for these big ones organized and cut out. Then we have Beautiful Beast. It is a chart from Missy at Cross Stitch for Everyone. This is, on that artwork is Eleanor Samorodova. So that's pretty good. This one would probably look good on a coloured bit of fabric, maybe a grey or something like a light grey maybe. I don't know. Oh, but then I do just have it on the have ecru fabric for it. So there we go. Now we have Minnie Becoming Brave. Artwork is by Terry Rosario and it is from Heaven and Earth Designs. How cute is he? Look at his little chubby little cheeks. You can just tell he's mischief maker. Look at the look on his face. That one has fabric and some threads already in it. And next one is a Black Panther. It is Black Panther in the Jungle. Artwork is by Howard Robinson and it is an artisy design. The printout is not as bright as what it should be because I printed this years ago and I think my printer was once again running out of ink. But you get the general idea. If you go on to Artisy, you will actually see how bright that is. And as I explained on one of my other videos, panthers are one of my favourite animals. One of my favourite big cat. Panthers and leopards, because panthers are just a black leopard. Because the spots. A leopard's spots are like an occluding spot. It's a bit like horses. So with my stallion, my paint stallion, he is buckskin, dark buckskin, but the white is classed as an occluding spot, which is taking over the pattern. So that forms in utero. Not so sure about leopards or anything, leopards and panthers, but basically what a panther is it is one big black spot, but you will get the ones where you can see the spots more prominently on them. And that is why you see leopards and panthers together as a couple or as a pair in the wild. Alright, so next we have a Christmas wolf painting. Artwork is by Jan Patrick Krasny and it is charted by Charting Creations. Just look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? I love these painting ones. It's like all the animals are coming out of the painting at you. Just, I don't know, love them. Then we have Mini Comanche. Focus on that. Mini Comanche artwork is by Jack Sorensen and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's already got fabric in it. Actually, hang on. I'm going to throw these couple that don't have fabric. That one doesn't have fabric. Those have fabric. Don't go under there. And those definitely don't have fabric, but I can sort them out later. Alright. We have Dreamcatcher 3. Artwork is by Robin Coney and it is a Mystic Stitch incorporated design. Mystic Stitch is no longer going as a company, so this is no longer available. But yeah. And then we have Daydream Wolves. Artwork is by Sheena Pike and it is charted by Charting Creations. Well, it's actually called Daydream Galaxy Wolves. And look at all those blues and purples in there. That is just gorgeous. Doesn't look like there may be as much confetti in this one as what there is in the turtles, which I am kind of struggling with at the moment because there is so much confetti. There is confetti, a lot of confetti in there, and it's sort of, yeah. And as most of you know who do full coverage, when you hit confetti, it slows you down a lot. But yeah, so that's Daydream Galaxy Wolves. Then we have Dream in Colour. It is a cross stitch for everyone chart. Artwork is Victoria Konovalova. And I think this might have been a freebie that Missy provided in her Facebook group. I'm not sure if it's still in the files. You could go and have a look in the files for it. It will, if it's still there, yeah. But I'm pretty sure this was a freebie that she offered in that group. Then we have Dreamweaver by Laurie Prindle. And this one is charted by Pain Free Crafts. Love this, love it so much, as I love all of Laurie Prindle's work. It does have some thread in there already. I think they're the newer ones, like the 0 to 35 colour range. Throw that over there, because if I've got enough fabric, I will put it in for it. And I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Nope, but I am going to have a drink. Sorry, seen my arm. Go the other way so you don't see my fat arm again. All right, moving right along, we have Mini Echo of the Buffalo. Artwork is by Terry Rosario, and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Now, as I said, when I first got into Heaven and Earth Designs, I did buy a lot of the minis, but I was already aware of the whole issue that some of the minis would lose definition depending on their detail in them. So I made sure that I didn't buy any ones that had a lot of detail. Like you can get the bookshelves, Amy Stewart bookshelves and stuff in mini. Like, come on, what were you thinking? Charting them in a mini version, you know that there is going to be no detail in them. They're just going to be like globs of colour. So I did make sure that that was one of the things that I this one has no cover photo. So let me just, what's it called? Field of Dreams. I will just see if it is in my Google Drive. Odyssey. I don't understand why it doesn't have a cover photo, because I had all of the Odyssey ones printed out a long time. Field of Dreams. No, that is Dream of the Wolf Maiden, which I've already stitched. Ah, this one. No, that's Legend of the Wolf Maiden. Path of the Dreamcatcher. No. Okay. Maybe it's this in this one. Or maybe it was one that I thought I had bought but hadn't. Alright, let me just get on here. and I'll see what this one is, because then it will I'll recall whether I've actually purchased it or not. I have the fabric for it, so that is kind of weird. Field of Dreams. Go down here. Midwinter Dreams. Midwinter Unicorn Dreams. Okay. What is this? Field of Dreams. Oh, I wonder if it's part of the triptych. If I can spell triptych properly. Alright, let me see what we are doing here. No, none of those ones. Storytelling. No, it's none of those. Field of Dreams. That is very, very strange. Alright, so I really don't know what that one is for. Okay, moving right along. We will just totally ignore that one and I will figure it out later. Now we have this one. It is called Great Spirit, and it is by, I'll use the word designer very loosely, by a designer called Ruth on eBay. This is one of the patterns that the mother-in-law gave me many, many moons ago. As you can see, the here in the facial region, you can see that the that is going to look a little funky because they haven't dithered in here and made it blend in. So, or even here in the arm, this is what good designers do. They go in, and these areas here, they will replace them with colors that are there and make them look natural and blend in together. So might have to be something that once I get to that point in that pattern, I will just have to play around myself and just replace it with some of the colors that I've already used in the cheeks and stuff like that. Happy Boots is a cross stitch for everyone chart. I'm pretty sure this is one that Missy done herself with clip art and stuff like that. It was also, I'm pretty sure it's also a freebie. Then we have High Intensity. Artwork is by Al Agnew, and the chart is by Artisy Cross Stitch. So I'm pretty sure Darren, Dizzy Stitcher, has this one. I think he's made a start on it, I think. But yeah, gorgeous. Then we have Indian Wolf. This is again a pattern from Ruth on eBay. Again, a pattern that the mother-in-law gave me a long time ago. And I highly considered, but I've already got the fabric cut for it, but I highly considered, what size is that fabric? Maybe I can use that fabric for something else if it'll fit. Maybe I could because there's 19 skeins of black because you stitch all this. So I wonder if, because I've got 2 meters of 18 count black fabric. Whee! That's what I might do. I might measure this one, see what size fabric this is, and if it will work for any other fabric. Yeah, I've got it written here that it is 28 by 28 inches. So that might actually, that will work for something else. So, yeah, I might actually change it and cut out some black fabric for this one. And omit all of that black stitching because I'm not crazy like Alara and love 310. And omit all that black background and just do this area. Just do that main stitching. And that sounds like a good idea to me. So, and you've got to remember that I kitted up a lot of these older ones years ago where I bought 2 big bolts, 5-10 meter bolts of fabric from Spotlight. I bought the fabric and I already had these charts and decided that I would kit them, like put the fabric in so I could start them whenever I felt like. But yeah, now that I think about it, that would be better on black fabric. So that's going over there. All right, we have Invoking the Wolf Spirit. Artwork is by Gloria West, and it is charted by Artisy Cross Stitch. Love Gloria West's artwork as well. We have, next on the list, Keeping Up with Mum. Artwork is by Leslie Harrison, and it is a Mystic Stitch design. And as I said, Mystic Stitch is no longer going as a company, unfortunately, because they did have some lovely designs, but so this is no longer available. On to the next pile on the other side, we have Kiowa Gold by Heaven and Earth Designs. Mini Kiowa Gold it is. Artwork is by Laurie Prindle. And it is absolutely gorgeous. As I said, you will find that most of my minis, they don't have a great deal of detail in them, so they're not really going to get lost that much. Then we have, well, as the fabric that I dyed, I don't have the pattern as of yet, but this fabric is designated for Legal High by Long Dog Samplers. Let me just see if I can quickly find the picture for it. So yeah, I dyed this in a, I think it's a light tan, or maybe it's a coffee. I think this is a coffee dye. So I am thinking that I will do it, stitch it just as a monochromatic piece. I will stitch this with a very dark brown, so maybe like a 3371, or maybe a 938, something that's dark enough but not too dark, if you know what I mean. So I'm just trying to find samplers, mono, what are we looking for? Legal High. So yeah, I'm thinking that's what I'll do. I'll do it with just one straight color of a dark brown or something like that. As I said, 938 or 3371, one of those. Okay, so there is Legal High. That is the one. I think that'll look really good in just the dark brown on that fabric. So yeah, So I've just got to buy the pattern for that one. Then we have Legend of the Wolf Maiden. Artwork is by Gloria West. And yeah, don't mind the printout. And once again, the printer was running out of ink. Seem to have an issue with that a lot, don't I? And yeah, it is by Artisy. And now all of these are still available. They are all still on the Artisy website. And then we have Living Books. These are a couple that are from a seller on Etsy. I am trying to think of the name of the store. Is it? I don't think it was Light Unicorn Designs or Laser Art Designs. So that one is called Living Books 5. Need fabric for that one. This one is called Magic Mushrooms and Books and Book. So I also need fabric for this one from the same. There we go. I've written on the back of it, Laser Art Designs on Etsy. So there we go. That's who that one is from. Then we have Maiden's Protection. Artwork is by Malaki Patson. I think that's how you say it. And it is designed by Cross Stitch for Everyone. Gorgeous. Absolutely love it. And this one doesn't have any fabric with it either. So over there it goes. And then we have, I bought 3 of these all at once because I've seen them and absolutely love them. By the same artist, and it is charted by not Heaven and Earth. Sorry, Missy. Charted by Cross Stitch for Everyone. I don't do a lot of people. If you've ever noticed in my stitching, I don't do a lot of people. When I do, it is very select, as most of them are like Indian or Native American, I should say. Things like that, rather than fancy ladies or anything like that. I love to watch other people stitch fancy ladies, not so much stitch them myself. Yeah, they just don't do it for me. All right, again, by the same artist and the same designer, so Cross Stitch for Everyone. They were 3 patterns that I bought all together. She released them all at the same time. Then we have The Man from Snowy River, and it is a John Bradley artwork and charted by Artisy. I love it. Man from Snowy River is one of those iconic things here in Australia. It was a movie and it also was a TV series. So where did I see? The TV series used to be on Amazon Prime or Prime Video, whatever you want to call it. It might be on Netflix or somewhere like that. Absolutely iconic here in Australia, The Man from Snowy River. So yeah, if you ever have a chance to watch it, yeah, please go and check it out. You have to remember it was made back in the 80s, 70s, 80s, something like that. So it's probably not the best cinematography ever, but it's still a good watch. All right, so then we have fabric for opening gambit, which is a long dog design, which is this one. So that is what it'll look like. I haven't obviously bought the pattern yet, but I have got the fabric ready for it, which I dyed in this lovely red, which was the one that I dyed in my Flosstube Extra a couple of years ago. I think it's within the first 12 videos that's on my channel. And the one that made my bathroom look like I had massacred something in the bathtub. But red fabric, and I am just going to do it. Yeah. So red fabric, I'm going to do majority of it white, but some areas I am going to have a bit of black in it. So like the chest pieces down here, I am going to do white, black, alternate them. Yeah, so I'll just decide where I'll put the black. It will just, because majority of it will be white. But I will just have a few things here and there dotted around in the black. So maybe do these horse, like these knights in the black. I just accidentally pressed the screen. There we probably do these knights. 1, 2, 3, yeah, those knights across there in the black. As I said, I will alternate the chest pieces, black, white. But yeah, so that is my idea with the red fabric for opening gambit. Now we have Path of the Dreamcatcher. Ooh, I wonder if that's what this fabric was for. Why would I call it Field of Dreams though? I don't know. But I am going to, I might actually measure this fabric and see if it'll fit this this pattern, because I really don't know what Field of Dreams is. All I can think of is it's this one. But this is artwork by Gloria West, and it is charted by Artisy Cross Stitch, obviously. So I'm going to put those two together and to the side and measure that fabric. All right, The Pilgrim by Long Dog Samplers. It is just scrolling to actually find it. All right, so this is another piece of fabric that I dyed myself, but I have dyed it in half. So half of it's blue, half of it's green. Just like that, as you can see. And it is for this one, which is called The Pilgrim. Come on, focus. There we go. Yep, that's the one that The Pilgrim. So, yeah, that is the one that is for. Now, I did consider doing blue stitching on this side and then green stitching on that side. But I don't know. I don't know now if I should just do it all in a pale grey. I don't know. But yeah, that is the fabric. It's half. Which, yeah, I just don't know how I'm going to, because when you look at it, it will split it down like that. So whether I do, as I said, a darker blue, maybe not 939, that might be too dark, maybe a 930. Oh, what about one, hang on, I got some floss here. 158. on that side. Where's 930 in here? I know I've got 930 on this ring. 930 might be a bit pale. Oh, maybe not. Let me throw that down there. 930. Nah, it's not the right blue. So I'm going to have to decide whether I want to do blue one side, green the other side, but kind of match them to the colours that the fabric are. And then I'm going to have to be really careful when I'm stitching to sort of figure out how to cut it or where to cut it in half, or as I'm stitching, once I start getting to the other colour, swap over. But yes, that is the fabric for the Pilgrim. Haven't got the chart yet. I will get around to buying that eventually. But I did go through the Long Dog website and pick out this. That's why I've got the fabric, because I went through the Long Dog website and picked out all of the patterns and so forth that I really liked, and then I dyed the fabric, cut the fabric out and dyed it to the right size. Next one is, and obviously she has added more in there that I really want, so I'm going to have to keep going. Where does... Oh, it's up here, because it's not actually called the pointed, well, it is the pointed fifth, but it is Quinto Acuto. So pointed fifth is the next one, which is this one from Long Dog Samplers, and I am going to be doing it on this fabric that I dyed. Still don't know. As you can see, it's got some yellow, some brown, some orange. It's a bit stripy. So, oops, just knocked me project off my stand. I'll just stick my needle back on my needle minder. So, as you can see, it is a stripy fabric that I dyed. I don't know what colour I'm going to do this in, or what colour. I could just go, I don't know. I'm yet to decide on that. But yeah, probably just, I don't know. I really don't know. I've got the fabric. I just have to decide what colour. If anyone has any ideas what colour to stitch there on this, please let me know. I could just wonder. Hang on, because I do have all of these. I do have all my silks. So, wonder, will that blend in too much? I could just go like orange on it. Ooh, yeah. I wonder if I could just do that. Just stitch it in like a bright orange with a few highlights in yellow on that fabric. Because then that'd pick up the colours in the fabric. That'd pick up the yellows and the oranges in the fabric, wouldn't it? That might have to go a bit brighter or a bit darker orange than that, but that is a good idea, I think. So yeah, that is the fabric for the pointed fifth. Next, we have Reaching Skyward, which was the Modern Folk Embroidery Stitch Along for 2023. Now, I am going to do it in the same colorway as I am doing the one for this year, which is No Time Like the Present, I think it's called. I still have some 20 count, what's it called? I've really got no idea. I've still got some of the 20 count fabric anyway, which would be enough for this one. And hopefully I'll have some left over for a couple of the Emma Condon pieces that I want to do. But that is, yeah, so that's Reaching Skyward. It obviously has no fabric, so I'll throw it over there so I can cut it. And then we have Read More Books from Happy Mood Point on Etsy. It's just a cute little pattern. I love reading. Reading and cross stitch are my two favorite hobbies. If I'm not stitching, you'll usually find me with a book in my hand. I take a book with me everywhere, except for the shower. Don't take one in the shower with me. That'd be a little bit hard. But that has no fabric, so I'll throw it over there to cut some out. Next up, we have spray paint. Artwork is by CJ Latta, and it is a artisy design. Gorgeous. One of my very first full coverage pieces that I used full coverage pieces that I bought. Then we have Mini Spirit Warrior. Now I did do this one as a diamond painting, and of course the detail in the diamond painting was shit, so I'm kind of hoping that the detail in the stitch piece is going to be a little bit better. But when I do eventually get around to stitching this one, it would be interesting to see them side by side. And this is artwork by Laurie Prindle, and of course it is by Heaven and Earth Designs. Then we have Mini Soul Touch by artwork by Laurie Prindle. It is a Heaven and Earth Designs chart. This is one of the very first pieces that patterns that I bought from Heaven and Earth. It was this one and the one that I'm currently stitching on, which is Mini Shaman. Bought them both together. For some reason I thought I had this one fully kitted up, but I obviously did not. Alright, now this one is called Somewhere West of Here. It is artwork by Mark Keithley, and it is a artisy cross-stitch design. And then we have Solitary Hunter. Artwork is by John Enright, and it is an artisy cross-stitch design. I love this one as well. Old leopard laying in the tree. And we have Two Mustang Stallions by Cynthia Fisher, and the artwork is by Pain Free Crafts. Now, I don't think this Cynthia Fisher's artwork is available on Pain Free Crafts anymore. I think she was a retired artist. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked on Pain Free for a little while. So, yeah, this may or may not be available through Pain Free Crafts. But it has no fabric, so I'll throw it over there. Then we have Sunset Fire, which is by Robin Coney, and it is a Mystic Stitch design. Yeah, what can I say? You probably see this one. Who else has Robin Coney? Shiny Suns also have Robin Coney artwork now, or have for quite a while. So this may be available through Shiny Suns. We have Mini Sundancer. Artwork is by Laurie Prindle and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Summer Rose. Artwork by Laurie Prindle, charted by Pain Free Crafts. And this is still available through Pain Free Crafts. But I really don't know. I love it, but then it's really girly for my liking as well. So I am not a man. Shut up, Nash. Yeah, as you probably tell, I don't go for girly patterns, but this one was this one drew my eye, so and I've got to get fabric for that one. Then we have Storytelling Triptych 1. Artwork is by Steve Reed, and it is an artisty cross-stitch design. I only have I have one. I probably should buy 2 and 3, so I've got them. Well, Artisty is having a sale at the moment, running till the 30th of April. I think that might be a birthday present to myself. I might buy the other 2 patterns to go with the triptych. It has no fabric, so it has to go over there. Thanking the Great Spirit. Artwork is by Michael Matherly, and it is a Mystic Stitch design. A Mini Wall Pony by Hade. Charted by Hade. Artwork is by Laurie Prindle. This one I had in my wish list for a long time as well. That goes over there. Wild Gypsy Soul. Artwork is, I don't know. I think this is by Missy herself from Cross Stitch for Everyone. Looking straight into your soul, that pony. Then we have Mini Winter's Encounter. Artwork is obviously by Laurie Prindle, and it is a Heaven and Earth Designs. I noticed on the Heaven and Earth Designs website today that there is a cropped version of this. I think it is just that part of the horse. Like, I think it's just behind the saddle. I think it's that part of, or a quick stitch or whatever she was calling it. I don't think it was a crop, I think it was a quick stitch. So, yeah. Well, not over there because it's got fabric. Then we have Wolf, Spirit and Brave. This is from a eBay seller called Just Stitching. Has no artist name. No artist name, but it obviously is an eBay chart, so it was one that the mother-in-law gave me. All right, what else have we got in here? Okay, then we go into these couple of Mystic Stitch printed patterns that I think I bought these two from JK's when she was having a sale. So we've got Wolf Wilderness. These are printed patterns, but now that I know how to scan and put things into markup, it's not going to be too much of an issue, I don't think, to be able to scan them and put them into markup and get them, be able to work on them from there. So Meek John Graphics is the artist, and obviously it's a Mystic Stitch pattern. Go straight back in there. This one is Wolf Maiden by David Penfound, and it is a, of course, Mystic Stitch pattern. Then there's some printed patterns here that Judy, an Aussie in a Kiwi world, got the name correct this time around, kindly gave to me. These were her mother's patterns that her mum unfortunately did not get around to stitching, and Judy kindly gave them to me because she knows that these are my style. So this one is Indian Maiden and Child. Artwork is by Russ Docken, and they are it is designed by Shiny Suns Cross Stitching. And then we have Soulmates, also a Russ Docken artwork by Shiny Suns Cross Stitching. And we have Imagine Paradise. Artwork is Lucy Billadoo, designed by Shiny Suns. And then we have Blue Moon, which is by Graham Stevenson, also Shiny Suns. So these are all printed patterns, but as I said, because I can scan and get them into markup, it is going to be a lot easier to be able to stitch all of these now. I haven't got fabric or anything for these as of yet, but they are in the list to be kitted up. So I think that is all in here, all of the pattern in here. Oh, there's just some leftover drills and what haven't you from my diamond painting. This is just a DMC colour card that I bought when I was diamond painting, but it is also handy because it's exactly the same colours for cross stitching, so that is kind of handy if you want to colour match anything. And because it was for diamond painting, it has a little bit of sticky double-sided tape running down here. So what you could even do is you're meant to stick drills, like your diamond painting drills there, and what I was going to do was I was going to put a couple of round and a couple of square drills there, but you know what you could actually do is just cut off a tiny little bit of thread, just a little snippet, and stick on there. So you actually have a copy of the thread. And that cost me like $5 from AliExpress, I think it was. All right, so I think that is all of them. That is all of the ones in there. I do have others that I want to get fabric and that for in these books. I want to get fabric cut for them. As you can see, the tags on all of the patterns that I want to do. But I think what I'll do is I'll go through the books, and the ones that I definitely want to stitch first, I will cut the fabric for. And then once I've stitched them, and what haven't you, I will, once I've stitched all those ones, then I'll go through and get the other ones done. All right, guys, thank you very much. This is an hour and 20-minute video, so by the time I edit it and add my intro and my outro onto it, it'll nearly be like an hour and 22 minutes, something like that. So now I have to clean up this mess that I have created in front of me. I've got a pile on this side, as you can see, which are all the ones that have the fabric and everything in them. And then I've got another pile that I've thrown over to that side of me that I need to cut fabric for. So I might pull the fabric out might pull the fabric out and start getting some of it into those so they're already done. Rightio, guys, enough rambling. Thank you very much. If you have stuck around this long to see what is in my stash, it is very much appreciated. I know there's a lot of us Flosstubers out there, a lot of content out there for you to watch. So I greatly appreciate every minute that you decide to spend with me. All right, guys, thank you very much. And until next time, please take care. Wherever you are in the world, please take care and stay safe. And bye-bye for now.